And the next award, Social Impact. In recognition of your outstanding contribution to media, social advocacy, and community empowerment, you are honored as the Media Leader of the Year Social Impact. Your ability to use the power of media to raise awareness, amplify important voices, and drive meaningful societal change has not only inspired audiences across the country, but has also demonstrated the profound impact that purpose-driven storytelling can have in building a more informed, compassionate, and inclusive society.
And the Media Leader of the Year Awards in Social Impact goes to Uveka, Rangappa.
Can't you just see where the check is? Is it in the back here? I mean, you know when we work in media, we hustle, right? Ask that table there. Media doesn't pay. We all know that, okay? Thank you very much to the forum. I must admit, when I first heard that I was nominated, I suffered a little bit of imposter syndrome. I was like, me? Really? Did they send this message to the wrong person? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this for 30 years. April was 30 years that I've been in the industry of radio and television. I started at Lotus, where most Indians do. Actually, I lie. I started at Capital Radio on the beach for 3 months doing my internship, and then went on to the SABC as a student, continued the internship there, and that's where the journey began. And when I saw the nomination, yes, I had that little bit of why me, and thank you to the person who nominated me. I finally felt like I've been seen, and I'll tell you why I feel like I've been seen. So if you can just, I didn't prepare a speech today. I said I'm going to speak from the heart. When I saw the category, I realized somebody has finally seen. I have never ever in 30 years submitted my own work for a competition, whether it's Vodacom Journalist of the Year or whatever other, I don't even know what competitions exist out there for journalists. I've never nominated myself, and no judgment to those colleagues who actually do that, because you deserve it, you work hard. I have never really put myself out there for nomination. I had somebody, or said to somebody, nominate me for that one. I'm in awe of my colleagues who break stories, who do the big stories. They have the headlines, the top headlines, they get the bad guys. I'm in awe of you. But I realized at some point over the past couple of weeks when I was mulling over this award and thinking, or this nomination, thinking again, why me? And I realized each one of us in the media space has a purpose. There are those who are meant to break those big stories. There are those who are meant to find that person who took that bag of cash in that meeting outside somewhere and expose them. And there are those of us who are meant to just tell the rest of the country it's going to be okay. To when they are faced with, like Yusuf said, the Madlanga Commission and all the other bad stuff that happens out there, to say to people like my mom and my dad, to say to people like my children, your kids, your grandkids, to say to them, you know what? We live in a beautiful country, and eventually it's going to be okay, but this is how I'm going to help you cope today. This is how I'm going to help you get through today, so that you have no control over that stuff that has happened. But I'm going to help you get through today and tomorrow and the next week, and I'm going to bring you the person and the help to help you get through that. And that is where I found my space. For those who know me personally, you know I've walked through fire in my personal and my professional life in the past 3 years. It has been quite a journey. And I realized in those 3 years that the past 30 years were just laying the foundation. my journey through radio and television news and podcasting and vodcasting, just be careful, I'm coming into your space, that's all I'm saying, has led me to a point and made me realize that that was just the foundation. That was just laying the groundwork for the real work that is about to begin. I turned 50 in November last year, and no, that was not for you to say. I'm not fishing for compliments, but thank you, carry on, compliments for time. And I realized at that point is the first time in 50 years I actually love myself. And I realized there are so many of us out there, so many women and men who have never loved themselves and don't know themselves, and I've discovered myself in that time. And I realize now that radio and television news was just there to just lay the groundwork for the best that is yet to come from me. As somebody who is going to speak their truth, live their best authentic self, I want to thank my parents, both of them who are teachers, were teachers, they're in their 80s. They never forced me to become a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer. They let me be. I was that middle child, the rubbish child. That's what I was, that one. I was that one. And they let me be. Somehow I got into journalism. And then I want to thank my children, Suryana and Surav, who I hope are studying at this point for exams. Or safely in bed for the paper they're going to write tomorrow. They're teenagers. Yes, you go through the most. Because for many, many years, they woke up to no mom in the house in the morning because I was with my ex-TV husband there for many of those years. And on radio, I've worked early mornings, getting up at 2:30, 3 in the morning. That's what it's been like. And I want to thank my extended family, my siblings, who are my biggest cheerleaders. I want to thank my friends and my bestie, who's my plus one. She might as well be my wife. She knows everything about me. All those tequila-filled nights where I said over and over again, told them the same stories about the children I left behind in Iraq when I went there with the wonderful Imtiaz Suleiman, post-war Iraq, and cried over those children that I left behind and wished I could have brought home with me. And my friend there said to me, she says, you know what, I think that your purpose here, you need to start doing something with children. But it's extended beyond children. But I want to thank my friends for being my cheerleaders. I want to thank Yusuf Abramji for taking a chance on this little village girl from Verulam on the north coast, or what we call Lower Amshlanga, or Belito, Lower Belito, taking a chance on me in 2002. And here we are today. He's known as Batman in my house, by the way. My children call him Batman. And then they know Uncle Dan and Auntie Odette. She accepts that I'm the second wife, the ex-TV wife. We are family. We've exchanged Diwali parcels and all of that. So yeah, we do that. So I want to thank you for being part of this journey. And I just want to say that, Nick, thank you very much for this. I don't feel like an imposter anymore. And I cannot wait for the next leg of my journey, because I know that my real purpose, 30 years was just practice. My real purpose is yet to come. And Faith, I will be your MC for free at your wedding, is all I'm saying. So thank you very much for this. And keep watching. I'm your weekend person. Weekends on eNCA, 6 to 9 a.m. It's fun. I get to be myself. We have fun. We do news. We do lifestyle, we do entertainment, we do health, we do wellness, because that is what we need. So you be there at 6 o'clock. Put that TV on. Even if you're lying in bed, as long as they can count the number of views, eyeballs that I have, I'm happy. Okay. Thank you very much.